A prisoner's civil rights violation complaint against the Department of Corrections dismissed by a federal judge Tuesday for missing a deadline. Inmate Joshua John Tatautau, also known as Joshua Pangilinan, accused DOC of putting his life at risk by housing him with COVID-19 positive inmates when he tested negative, among several other accusations. DOC spokesperson Major Anton Ugin responds to those allegations.
I cannot verify those claims right now, but again, this any move with regards to the COVID is as a result of a medical decision. So I don't get involved in all their medical issues,
Right.
or have access to all their records. But if he was moved, again, we rely on the advice and consent and advice of the medical.
It's not the first time the inmate lodged a complaint against the prison or had his case tossed, the first time for failing to update his address within 30 days after legal documents were returned to the court as undeliverable. But he alleges the prison intercepted the legal mail. Tatautau has been incarcerated at the Mangilao prison since February 2014, serving a 12-year sentence for burglary as a second-degree felony. Again says it's unclear why the mail never came into his possession.
I can't speak to the specifics of it. Like I said, I don't have access to the mail log. I don't have access to those things on why he didn't receive his mail. There could be several reasons, but I just don't know right now why.
On October 23, the court granted his request for a 60-day extension to file an amended complaint, which was then tossed for missing that deadline. The complaint accuses two high-ranking officers with the prison, including the warden, along with its medical doctor. Tatautau says he informed the prison of a conflict of interest as he had filed a complaint against the doctor.
Just because inmates don't get what they want, when they tell the doctor what they want and the doctor says no, they've tendency to want to file a complaint because the doctor doesn't give them what they want in the manner they want it. And that's not the way it works in prison.
Tatautau also alleges a handful of officers of money betting on who can put him in confinement. Again says the inmate later allegedly admitted he lied after he was found with contraband.
He admitted later on that he lied. He admitted to the lieutenant at the housing unit that he lied about his complaints and that he was frustrated and he didn't want to get moved out of the unit. So he thought if he made a complaint against the officers, we would not move him for violating the rules. But he is currently back at the minimum security, minimum in.
Meantime, Tatautau remains in the halfway house for rehabilitation and is set to be released from prison on February 2026. No word yet if he plans to refile his lawsuit against the prison. Mitsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.